I don't believe that shit they play.
So we've all arrived here this morning on this location, and the farmer has given us a tip off and cleaned it up a little and said, Legenda, come down, have a look. And we're not far from where we found the last field cemetery, so this could be one too. I mean, it made sense for the Germans to bury their dead on sort of crossroads like this. And we're going to get this up on the gimbal today again, on the big one, so you should be able to get some interesting viewpoints and whatnot. And it's pretty hot again. We got hot weather. Guys, share it so everybody knows we're live. I mean, this is pretty interesting this morning.
Really? You count the black straps?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the big one or small one? This one. Okay.
That makes more sense, I think.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it was on that end so that we can use this to hold it. Perfect, yeah. So this is where Chinese technology meets Latvian ingenuity. We are going to mount the gimbal on this. This one's a bit big, yeah.
But we can use that as well.
And it's pretty big. And it would give you guys a bit better of an angle to see what's going on here. So it should be an interesting live today. Yeah, this one's perfect though for around here.
Yeah.
So it might get a little shaky, guys, but we're about to mount this onto the gimbal. You want to hold it? I'll go get the straps.
Sorry? No, just leave it as it was. You will see what we make with it. Johnny, what the trigger was making?
What's that?
What the trigger does?
The trigger, so the top one follow, no matter where you want it to look.
Okay.
This one re-centers everything twice and then wait.
Okay.
And then it'll be like this. Hold this top one and then it's follow, which is perfect for here.
Right. Okay.
So I only have one of these though. Don't know where the other one went.
Only one?
Yeah.
You don't have another one?
Cable tie.
Okay, we'll take cable ties.
Stuff. You want to find one? So for those of you just joined, we have a bit of a tip off here from the local farmer that there's bodies here on his land and they want to remove them. Morning. And of course our mission here is to get these guys repatriated in a military cemetery. And we're not so far from where we found those last guys from the Waffen-SS. A lot of them were from Nordland Division. Of course that was full of Swedes and Danes and all sorts of stuff, so it could be that there's members of that same division here too. So stay tuned, this could be interesting today. And of course share it, because the more that watches the better. I mean, you can write your own titles, guys, when you share it. You can tell them what we're up to. And of course, if you have any questions, just shout them out. Okay. The boss.
You guys aren't getting paid by the hour.
I'll get a bit closer, but it seems like we're Get around this wire. That we're right on stuff. So the guys have been prodding it, and it seems we've definitely hit something worth to dig. We've got a tiny bit of cover today with this tree. We're really lucky. There's not many trees around here, but a tiny bit of shade here at the minute. Just to give you an idea where we all are. Of course, there was fierce fighting here. Counter-attacks, according to the maps. Many German units, including that Waffen-SS Division Nordland. Of course, they were facing a crack Soviet unit too, which was the 5th Guards Division. Heavy fighting here. The land's quite open. And of course this farmer doesn't want the edge of his garden in his house. Some sort of cemetery here, like a quick cemetery, which was probably like the last one, where the soldiers are buried with their partly combat equipment. So just after the battle they've been thrown here at the side of the road. It was probably marked somewhere where they could come back to retrieve them, and of course they didn't ever come back and retrieve them, so a lot of these guys are reported missing. So hopefully today, I mean, the ground looks interesting. We can get some dog tags and work out who was buried here, and of course repatriate them to the military cemetery. Everybody that's found here is buried in the military cemetery, regardless if the family's found or not. You can see we found some small parts already, which looks to be of a uniform, some sort of sweater. Yeah. Guys are still laughing about this tinned fish from yesterday. It's not a UN effort, but it's definitely a lot of different international people around here. We've got Kiwis, we've got Canadians, and many European countries too are here, represented by some of the guys. So it's an international effort. Kyle, the best thing you can do is just send a message about that, because I don't want to be bugging Talis at the minute. He's over there dealing with permissions and stuff. So if you've got a question, a specific one for somebody like Talis or Andres, the best thing is to reach out to them yourself by PM, of course. What's the worst thing that we've found? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Yeah. Maybe there's something here. So a coin.
Inside the pocket. See, this is the material from one of their tunics. You see, it's the normal Feldgrau material. And I mean, inside you open it up. There's a pocket, and it looks like there's a coin inside. There's a wedge between there.
Zinc coin or?
Yeah, we can polish it up and see what it is actually.
Yeah, for sure.
But it looks like it's in some bad state of corrosion.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I see there's pieces of his tunic there. Looks like this is part of the lining on the inside. And there's a piece of a sweater here as well. You can see the fabric on there. It looks like it's from the cuff. There's pieces of bone as well.
Yeah, small parts already.
Yeah. You can see it's really attached to the wool fabric because of the corrosion.
Yeah, sadly, not
not
the best shape. You want a little brush?
Yeah, it would be great. I mean, we'll just look at it, you know, I mean...
Excuse me, ladies. Can you take the button? So
Yeah.
let's go a little bit.
Yeah.
I now have information about what we are doing.
Yeah. I'll scan back to this.
Okay.
You're gonna clean this up.
I'll clean this up and then you can come back. We'll see if
Exactly.
it's-
So Inka wants to say something.
Yeah, we are back out in the forest, as Johnny has told you guys. Forest, it's a field. This is also a site from these maps we had recovered from some archives we got from this Norwegian friend we have. And it's at least 7 soldiers.
Should be here.
And we already have name from this map on one of them. He is from a SS Panzergrenadier unit. And his name is very Scandinavian clinging. Norwegian or Danish, we think. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very interesting historical stuff going on live.
Yeah, on the map it was a bit wrong. We had been searching on the other side of the white van, on the intersection here, because that's where it was marked.
Yeah.
So they searched there, it was nothing. But later they just went 180 degrees and checked and had positive results.
So there was likely a mistake in the German paperwork
Yeah.
of recording.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
were already
interesting.
Done in a hurry.
So they were
and-
super lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But now we have located them and how the row is laying. So now it's just a question of time before we have them all exhumed.
Yeah.
And hopefully we will have identification on many of them.
Yeah, this is very interesting then, yeah. For
Yeah.
sure, thanks for that. Thanks for the explanation.
It looks like it's a copper one. So it's probably a fennec or something like that.
Fanny, yeah.
Yeah. Probably like one, maybe, it probably looks like actually the size is about a 5 fennec piece.
Yeah. But it looks like it's
It's in a very bad state
Yeah,
of
very
corrosion.
bad,
Yeah, it's really been basically the moisture so trapped by the wool from both sides really has eaten it.
yeah, it's eating it away.
Yeah, you can even see here that it's starting to actually split along the lines of where it was stamped.
Yeah, you'd be better just to put it
Yeah,
in the
it's-
effects bag. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's not much to see it.
No problem.
It's probably a 5 fennec piece, so
Yeah.
yeah, nothing that special.
Thank you. Yeah, I would share this. Can you get this out?
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
doing it right now.
Okay. No, that'd be great. So let's have a walk around. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, Mindy, soldier.
I think yes. Little bit mixed. Yeah.
The ground's a bit mixed.
Inside.
Yeah, for sure. It's different colours. Yeah. So it's been moved before. Thank you, Simon.
You see?
Yeah, for sure.
Little bit
Something
maybe
there.
in here. No,
Yeah.
need to check.
Perfect, thank you. And Joseph? Something here?
What?
Something here?
Yeah, we are hoping so because in that place it's like the soldiers' place here, and
So the soldiers' hips have been found here and another one, so they're
Yeah,
trying to guess.
we must guess the line. Yeah, and their ground is very hard. Their ground is soft. So
Yeah. Interesting. If you find anything, shout me.
No, I didn't find.
If you find something, shout
Yeah,
and I'll come
okay,
over.
yeah.
So here they've found remains already.
He was telling me that shit. Yeah, I mean, he made it. I'm always the one. Yeah, he was a really tiny little guy. Okay. I can't remember if he's been dragging around. Solitary
See how deep we're going here. That's very interesting, Bjorn. Send us a message. If you know some names and stuff. We've got a guy who just spoke Inca, who deals with all that sort of stuff. So feel free to send him a message. Very interesting. He could have been here somewhere. If he was with Nordland, then he was fighting along here somewhere. One of them large counterattacks. And of course, disappeared could mean his comrades had buried him here at the side of the road, parked up here somewhere, just like we have, with their trucks and probably a team of guys, and collected all the dead here after the counterattack, and then probably brought them here to their final resting place, what they would think. That's cool. That's very cool of you, Bjorn. Thank you. So we know one name already. Inca has the name of the man who should be here, and it's a Scandinavian name. And of course, many people should know that the Waffen-SS had recruits from all over Europe. So there was divisions formed with all sorts of recruits from all across Europe. Guys, if you've got any questions, let us know. It looks like Andres has nearly got the large stick ready. There probably is some after effects, but I won't annoy the guys. I'll let them get on with what they're meant to do. They're all here on a mission. Should be 11, or the number should be 11. I think. 11. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sorry.
This is very cool, because we have been working for this for a year now, searching this place, and it's just amazing to find it.
Yeah. It's real history unfolding, that's for sure.
Yeah. Then we can put that map to rest and work on another one next time.
Yeah. So somebody's wrote here, Neil, who do you contact when you've found these bodies? You can answer that question when you're standing here.
Well, if somebody finds the bodies, we are contacted. But we report to the war grave commissions of the respective countries. If it's German soldiers, then we contact Germany. If it's Russian, it's Russian. And if it's Latvian soldiers, it's the Bravo Cabo Comité.
Perfect. Thank you for that explanation.
Tell me when you want to.
Sorry?
Tell me when you want to keep. Okay. You need to rest a bit.
We got a lot of questions. We'll probably answer them in a bit when I get this on the larger pole. As for the maps question, I'll just answer it quickly. We use a mixture of everything: modern day research, maps from back then, maps from today, word of mouth, you name it. It seems like Maris is on something here.
Nothing.
Only one. Smart one, yeah?
Right, is there? Maybe too deep. Something is there, yeah?
Guys, it'd be great if you could share it. I mean, I don't know of any other live stream in the world that's doing something like this today, so it's worth getting out there and telling everybody what's going on, what Legenda are up to. As you can see, the depth question, it varies. Look how deep he is already.
Ja, hier.
So, a lot of the guys, this is why we do fundraising, because then we can get something like this in and get a job like this done, which would take them weeks, done pretty quickly. Yeah, the soil looks dry, so hopefully we can recover some dog tags along with these guys, because that would mean everything to us.
Jā, es zinu, es viņam to ir piesniegts, pagaidi. Tu viņam uzzini, viņš gaida, viņam vajag tur informāciju. Bet uz sajām kalpot, man.
And you can see Anders here, Anders on the left, and we're going to apply this gimbal to this stick, and you're going to get a real good view of everything around here. And we'll work as a team today to try and bring a good live stream. Of course, in the background, for those who just joined, the small diggers arrived that we rent. So if anybody's wondering, whenever they donate, where does their money go? A lot of it into this sort of stuff, and the diesel, and the driver. I mean, essentially that, in this sort of heat, will clear this place much quicker. So there's nobody left behind. I mean, that's what we want to do. So I don't really like to drone on about crowdfunding and stuff, but I mean, you can only do so much with a shovel and humans. So of course we have locals going past. Let's give this a share, because this is a pretty interesting place today, and we're ready to go up. Let's get it on with this gimbal on the stick. Thank you very much for your donation, because that's what it goes into right away. So yeah, let's try and get this on the gimbal. So it's going to get a little shaky with the pole going to be applied, but it'll be worth watching it.
I hold it?
catch up with these comments in a bit. We're just, for those of you who joined, we're just applying the gimbal to a large stick so that you can get a real, you could say a drone-like experience from the image. We just need to secure it. It should give a good perspective of where we are, the lay of the land, and what we're looking at here and what we're dealing with today. Which you could say is a real European tragic story too, so worth giving a share. This sort of stuff doesn't happen too often. I mean, standing in front of your guys from all over Europe who've come here to recover soldiers who are still missing. And of course we've got members as far as Canada and New Zealand. So it's a real international mix here. And we think what we're on to right now is a Waffen-SS field cemetery at the side of the battlefield. For those of you who were with us a few days ago, they'll probably remember we have found a place like that this week already, and we're going to go back there today because we reckon there's another row of soldiers. As far as I know, this will be the second time something like this will ever be live streamed or shown. So it's definitely worth sharing, getting the word out there. And for anybody who does want to donate to help us with digging, go to the link in this description, and you'll find everything you need to make a donation. And if you do make a donation, please write it in the comments here and we'll get back to you. Am I clear enough? Does people hear me, or is the wind quite bad? I think we've realised we're going to need a microphone. Yeah, but maybe in here. We had a much bigger one yesterday.
Yeah, I can make a bigger one as well.
So we're just securing this now. Thanks for holding in here, guys.
I'll make it.
Has anybody got any cable ties? 2 cable ties and it's sorted. Yeah, we've got straps and stuff here. Okay, there, Ronnie, thank you very much. I mean, if anything really interesting pops up here, I'll get down and close, and we'll be able to see it pretty close. Don't worry about that. Just swing around. Here we can see. Okay, Ken. Yeah, we're going to invest in a good microphone. I mean, I'll do that. If you guys like the content, well, I mean, we can invest into it.
Is it secure?
He's going to have to get another.
I have some more straps, by the way, some leather ones.
Yeah, bring it. You can fold it over like that, yeah, makes sense. So guys, it's a bit shaky now just because we're applying the gimbal to a large stick.
Jam a wedge in it, so
maybe up here.
up there, you think?
Yeah, because then
not over the power button. Well,
not over the power button, but there's good. And that'll take all the delay out of it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we're improvising here to bring you guys a bit of a better view of what we're up to today.
Like a drone view without the noise.
Exactly.
Only some wind noise,
Likely some
which
wind.
you cannot get rid of.
Okay, so let's test this.
It'll be shaky a little bit because it's thin stick.
That's true, but look at anything close, it's going to be annoying. Guys, give us a bit of feedback on how it looks with the gimbal on the stick, because I don't see anything or hear anything, so it would be great if you wrote in the description how it is, if you like it, if you don't like it, tell us how we can make it better.
Vēl nezinu, jā. Ja vajadzētu iegrābt šitiem te, lai tiekam līdz viņam, tad sapratīs no līmeni.
Es lai paņem uz otru, pārvēl uz otru. Iebraukš otrā pusē. Aizskatāt nevar
Tur gunču nevajag.
Lai ir ārprāt. Pareizi. Un kāpēc? Lai man neapbežotu, jā?
Jā,
Lai ierakstos fonā, jā? Es taisās izlecējis tagad.
Jā, vai arī ietār tavu traktoru kādā.
Komukrāto, vai? Jā. Leņ, man šķaus neparaksties. Gribētu dabūju šeit strīniet.
Jā.
Iebāz dīzeļu motoru.
Sēž strīniet motoru. Šitā gunču vairāk nē.
Šito arī vajag klāstu vai tādu.
Iedos vēl pīņi. Dzīvi cilvēki, kas ir ir reku iedevi, jau reku.
Tā esi.
That was a bit too much for the gimbal, but you can see what we're up to. It's not easy. Oh, we got guys answering the questions. Okay, good. So we're on the bones already. So of course now we're looking for signals for tags. Guys, give this a share. It would be great to get it out here. This is real history unfolding. I had
Dzelteņi arī esot. Mēs pa kājām braucam katru dienu.
Nē, ja brauc uz ceļu, tad pa viņu taisni, jo viņš šitā kur. Šitā te.
Aizvācies ar savu koku.
Labi, Raimā braucam mājā.
Hei. Šeit ir apakšā, Ain, tu tikai ēst augstu, to neieskrābi ārā. Skaidrs tev?
Es jau tagad gāju. Jā, davai. Talis will do live footage at the moment. Tur ir šito, lai ir šitajā pusē, redzi?
Pietiekoši labi.
Māri, davai.
Jau tas ir tā kā maksimniekam.
Jā, tas ir tā kā maksimniekam.
Jā. Es tā kā maksimniekam. Es varu šitā iet.
Jā, tu vari iet un rādīt, ko tu gribi rādīt. Tikai skaties, redzi, lai neraust tikai. Jā.
Es jau nerausties.
Lēnā garā. And tell that we finally took away the stick from Talis.
Yeah, we got the gimbal back from Talis, so hopefully the footage gets a little better.
Māri, pasaki, lai viņš bēr uz zemi, nevis sev aizmugurē, bet kastē.
You can put the soil in this plastic bucket.
Here is the pad.
Oh, that's right.
with this place because it's you need all this ground out. Understand? With bigger torpedoes here, all and starting
At least this far.
you need recover with this place.
Check for bones. We have a smashed skull there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, you can see it went right through.
Yeah.
It's from here?
Yeah, it goes from there.
Go.
Piece of the skull from the soldier. Very broken, very deteriorated, maybe from explosion and aggressive soil. At least we have localized one of them.
Everything good?
I have everything prepared.
Can you turn it a little bit right this way?
It's good though, you're doing it right. Like, see the shovel at the top and the bottom of his hand. Quite different.
Even the tiny bits of bone we are trying to find and recover. We're trying to leave nothing behind.
No, we can do that.
There's comments about the wedding. Let's have a look at these new viewers. Inka, stop a second, tell the guys what we're doing.
Yeah, we have localized SS cemetery from archive maps, and we have just located several of them, so now we are trying to figure out how many they are. We didn't want to wait for the machine to open up here, so we just went ahead and dig it with the shovels. And the soldiers are very smashed up, probably because of the acidic and aggressive soil. We have found small pieces of his skull now and his teeth, and it's very difficult because it's hard clay and a bit muddy when we get down there. So we'll do our best to find them all. Hopefully we'll find ID on them too.
Yeah. Thank you, Inka.
Guys, watch your heads.
gonna check it second time anyway. Well, vamos falar. Where? From here somewhere, yeah? Okay, alright, I will take care of that. Yeah. Yeah.
Was that yours, Johnny? Or?
Yeah. Really a strange question, but are they laying on the same depth often?
Yeah, please double check here.
Usually
There's a way several tooth and lots of these tiny fragments.
after that it becomes harder to dig and soldiers are lazy.
It's a bit sort of clogged in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can tell it.
So somebody asked a question about how deep are they, and I just spoke with Andres about it, and he said that it's normally around waist depth back then, because for sure the soldiers didn't want to have to dig any deeper than that really. It's very difficult then. So that answers that question. It's not really like a civilian cemetery. And who knows, they could have been even under attack or something when they were making this, so it could be that they're all in different layers, who knows.
Yes, Romy, the land is used for farming.
Yes, exactly.
Stone.
I would say the heavy stick was good in the way that it was very stable.
Yeah, it was stable.
I mean, now that the guys are now looking for small holes.
Exactly, so the guys here are looking through all this dirt because it could be that there's small remains, bones, exactly.
Probably dug a few teeth out, or tiny, so of course we have to make sure we got all of them. There you go.
So for instance, Inca's just found another tooth.
A little bit here, but here I found a lot of teeth. So I think they have it here.
Yes, of course, we do find stuff like that. Of course, many times the soldier was buried with all his personal belongings, so you never know what really to expect. As you can see, Hamish has found a piece of bone here.
Skull. Curvature.
Here's what's left of the the front of his head, the eyes.
Arī, jā. Un kaut kā slīd. Tur mēs ierakāmies, nekas nebija. Skatījos tā kā uz šito malu bija. Stopos arī ir, ne? Nē, te viss man beidzās. Nē, Aina, rinda aiziet stopu. Nu mēģini tur bišķi uz priekšu. Man te mala, te viss beidzās. Te kaut kur jāpasāk. Man šita jāro iekšā, tādā te veidā nostājies.
Jo. Like that. I'm taking the tray, dude.
Yeah, I think his leg is going off because you see it ends there and there's nothing else.
Just watch your left shoulder, Ian.
Yeah,
Don't jump back, like. Oh, sorry. Sweet. We got a few questions. So, small questions. Do we have problems with people looting this area before we leave? Well, we don't leave anything behind, so we don't have that problem. The locations are also secret. Somebody's wrote here about having a military background. There's a lot of us do, yeah, and you're correct. It's about getting the mission done, so everybody teams together and gets it done. Exactly, there is no fooling around. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for all the positive comments. Ronnie, would opposition forces be buried nearby also? Probably, and Anders, I don't know, have we found some dead soldiers around here before?
area, almost any small wood, you will find someone. When I went to cut a stick in the woods, I saw bomb craters.
Okay, so there's bomb craters everywhere. It could be that there's
You can find soldiers anyway. It's nothing special to find a soldier in any field.
So I hope that answers your question. Have a look around here. Have a look up. Send it up.
That's what we're looking for. People at home can see that. It's literally a tooth in a haystack.
Is that all they got in there?
Yeah. Pop them in there.
Yeah.
And hopefully we've got some more in here. Starting to get very cloggy, so it's pretty hard to find the individual teeth now. Even little pieces of bone.
take a look if everything is okay. That seems to work. Really? It seems I can go live as well. So I could, for example, comment. But it will be separate. No, it will be separate. Yeah, sure.
Do you want to find out who it is? Sorry? You want to find out who it is? Can you see them here or what?
Okay, let's go. The cemetery was in a place where is a road now, so it seems that it will go underneath. And he remembers 7 places.
Bija pazīstams no viņiem, ja?
Nē, tas, ka to konfekts devu.
Viņam bija tāds punkts, pārdošanas punkts, vienreiz punkts.
Jā.
Tiek, kas nomēr, uz viņu ķap.
Here was a field hospital. Here was a field hospital nearby, and they buried the ones which died there. And as far as I understood, one of the guys, he remembers because that guy was giving him candies before, but now he's buried here. In Soviet times, road was built on top of them.
So sorry about that, the gimbal got a little bit warm. I'm going to straighten it up again. So we're back on the go again. That's what's happens on live. So just to recap what was going on, we have a local guy, and the local guy was telling us that he remembers even these soldiers here, and that one of them actually gave him candy, and then he'd seen him buried here. So now we know a bit more information, especially that there was a field hospital here. There was likely tents built up here in the background, and a lot of administration going on too. And of course from the front line, then the wounded being brought there in a critical condition, and these guys died at the field hospital. So the story gets a little bit more interesting. It gets deeper and deeper, and more information coming out. So just a little recap. We're on what would have been close to the front line near Prekala in Courland, and I think we've just found what seems to be an SS cemetery from the division Nordland. So a lot of different European guys. One of the guys here has got help from a researcher, and the researcher reckons that even one of the guys here have a very Scandinavian name. So we'll be looking for the tags today. We'll be going through all these piles to see if we can identify anyone. There we go. See, Tallis has stopped the tractor. Let's get a closer look. I'll get the gimbal in again. So we got some locals and stuff here too, which is pretty interesting. I mean, for the locals who live around here, what's actually happening in their area must be fascinating. I'm sure they drive along these roads all the time. So guys, I'm going to give you a pan around. I want to pan out around everything, so you see where we are and the layout of the land.
Deserve it for all your dancing around like that, man.
Yeah, I got it just something like that. 360 of it. Yeah, well, I hope it definitely looks a bit different. Yeah, it looks good.
It's professional movement, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's see, documentary.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, you got to mess up sometimes with the gimbal, but that's live. That's how it works. What's that?
You still running it live?
Yeah, I'm still live. 3, 4. Over 100, we always like to. Yeah. Even at some comments saying that somebody who's listening Courland from Nordland, some guy from Scandinavia. Interesting what the old guy said, huh?
It's under the road.
Yeah, also said that he'd seen one of the soldiers a few days before giving him a sweet or something. Yeah, that's what Anders just said. Giving something probably as a kid on the street. Here we were standing probably. And here was a field hospital. So that gave like a hand over there.
I'm sure these guys are buried from here. There won't be any shit on the door. They may have block through. That'll be it. You know how many snows there's nothing. No. There is it. TV?
Legenda.
What a life photo of this through that, seeing rural pre-war Latvia, then seeing the war itself here, then seeing the Soviet Union.
Yeah, you see a lot of life. There's nothing else about. So I'll try and get in the right and get anything interesting about Guy.
Not at the moment. I think I've only seen what you guys seen, possible dog tag and a few buttons and stuff at the moment.
Okay,
so,
where's the possible dog tag?
in one of those trays I've seen something in the bag.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a dog tag or buttons. So,
Okay.
But it's down where Pete is there. So
Yeah.
Nice hot day. Have you got much out of this gentleman here?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Cool.
a few bits of info out.
Happy days. Yeah. Apparently he saw it with his own eyes.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, happy reporting.
Likely a big tent. I would say with a lot of ambulances and stuff running back in front of the front line and bringing the guys who were wounded at the front line here. Exactly. What's that? That he remembered one of the soldiers who were buried here. He gave him a sweet. Gave him a sweet. So we gotta move. Got a good signal here, Inga?
No, shit iron signal.
An iron signal.
Yeah. So maybe from some equipment or shrapnel. We don't know yet. Maybe buckle. Maybe buckle, yeah. Because it is in his waist area. It might be a steel belt buckle. We will know soon.
What have we got? Shoe.
Tää lapaa vai kreissaa ruoaa?
What are you doing, Steve?
Checking all the spoil heaps just to make sure that there's nothing that's been missed by the hand searches, and we'll have various sweeps through just to make sure that every single piece that could lead to an ID we get.
Interesting. I mean, the locals are really down in here and want to see what we're looking for, and who's buried on their land. As far as I know, that's the landowners and their kids. It's a real history lesson for a young man, young boy. There with their parents. Probably a perfect time to explain what was going on here in those days, almost 75 years ago. Guys, it'd be great if you give this a share and whatnot, get it out there, get the word out what's going on here today. Because it's not something that happens every day, this. And just a recap for those that joined, we've likely found, according to a man, an old man who's standing about 30-40 metres away from me, he remembers here a field hospital, and whoever was dead in the field hospital or died of their injuries at the field hospital were buried here. And likely all these guys are completely forgotten about. We've just uncovered them. The map from the archive seemed to be wrong, as I think I explained earlier on, and we've now stumbled across this small field cemetery with the help of the farmer and the landowner. So that should recap it. And of course these guys here seem to be from the Waffen-SS Division Nordland, who were fighting in this area, taking part in big counterattacks against the elite 5th Guards Division of the Soviet Army, who were of course trying to break through here and make their way to Liepāja, to the port, in order to cut the Germans off. So here we go, we've got something interesting by the looks of it. Let's get in there and have a look. Here's this old guy, and interesting story. He told one of the guys that he actually remembers one of the soldiers giving him a sweet and then seeing him being buried here. What that man must have seen, incredible, and survived. Is it possible to get in and have a look?
Straight down there, man. You got like a you already lying on his back. Arm across.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. And of course we're looking for the dog tag here because this would bring back this missing soldier's identity. Yeah, Doug, I mean, then they can really tell. What is it, Inca? A pencil? Do you want to give it up?
What is it?
Looks to be from a pencil.
This is Inca?
Yeah, we can see that he had a pencil on him. You can see many of the documents at that time also signed by these purple type pencils.
They must pay extra attention in this collar tops area.
Yeah. So let's have a look. You can see here we're looking for the tag.
Button and part of a knitted sweater, woolen sweater, maybe sent home from Mama to the soldier.
Homemade stuff.
Yeah.
The landowners and locals here watching us. This year? Why not? Whatever.
Also working.
Make a shout for us.
Bring it over, Hamish.
It's the remains of either a shield or a dog tag.
Bring it over, let me have a look.
Outer, pretty much.
Put it here. You can see a bit of the uniform piece. And along with it, what seems to be a piece of zinc. It could be a piece of a tag. I'm going to go very easy with it. Yeah, my guess is it's part of the Erkennungsmarke, the dog tag. But as we can see, this zinc is broken away. Yeah, I think it's a piece of the tag. Yeah, have we got a small bag? And I'm going to wrap this up and put it back in.
He's been so melted that there's been nothing.
Yeah, not much. Okay, so we've got a small bag to put it into. It's fine. For now, it's fine. Let's have a look what else was in here. It looks like he had a pencil. Small buckle, likely for a trouser belt. And you can see here what looks to be a purple pencil of some sort. Keep an eye out for other pieces, Hamish.
Yeah, mate,
and if you find anything, put it in beside the other bit.
Big bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I say big bits and pieces. That's the biggest part of them.
That's the first kind of stuff.
Not melted, just the soil does to the human body. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that was the first one.
That's fair.
What is this place called?
Very, very bad.
Yeah, touch it.
Yes. Dolly? Dolly?
The bones are in so bad condition that you touch it softly, it's just like escapes and becomes soil. It's really weird.
Dust.
Dust, yeah.
Explain a wee bit why that was, maybe, with the chemicals in the ground and stuff.
Yeah, some places in Latvia the soil is very aggressive or acidic naturally, but this has been used for agriculture for many years, and they have been using chemicals to fertilize the area, and that eats up the bones when it rains down and seeps through down to the bone here.
Thank you.
Feeling better now because they are
The lady with the blonde hair is Regina. Yeah, you're right. It's always interesting to hear from locals some personal stories or any information that could lead to a good search. Exactly, Doug. Comment about the kids that those kids are going to tell their kids, and if this helps to preserve the memory of what happened back then and how tragic it all was here, especially for everybody involved. So the live stream I'll probably do for another 10 minutes or so, and then come back with a part 2 later to recharge the batteries and whatnot. What is it, Hamish?
Looks like the steel buckle latch out of the inside of the buckle piece. Just sitting on the back of the pile here, someone must have missed it.
We got Inca. Wood? Is that wood?
So we can't do much more with we cannot do much more with the soldier laying here now. We have uncovered his bones, so we see how he's laying. And when all the other soldiers are uncovered, we will take photos and film before we take the bodies out.
That's perfect. So for round number 2, it'll be all like.
Yeah.
That's perfect for the live stream too.
Yeah. And for you, please share this stuff around on your profiles or in some Facebook groups or whatever.
Yeah.
That will be cool.
Inca, do you want to just explain where we are first and what type of soldiers are here for those who just joined?
Yeah.
So give me a second, let me set it up nicely. So we got Inca in the... So Inca, it'd be nice if you explained where we are, what we're up to.
We are outside the city of Priekula, west in Latvia, and we have been searching through maps from archives, and we have located one of the places of these maps with success. We have several soldiers laying in a row here, and I don't know how many yet. I just came out from the grave.
And what sort of soldiers do you think they are?
These are from probably Division Nordland, SS Panzergrenadier. We have name of one of them, which was noted on the map. So we think they are from Nordland, but we don't know which nationality. But the name we have is a Scandinavian sounding name.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
Maybe a Danish or a Norwegian. Yeah.
And I'm going to pan and round. So like Inca just said, they've uncovered this soldier's body. We're not going to lift him out now, so that'll be in the second part of today's vlog when we have every soldier at the same level. We do that in order to make sure that nothing's lost. That's the main reason for it. And I'm going to try and take you down in to have a look.
We're all good here.
Katram pudeles speciāli ar kakluņu uz leju, lai nemītums negaisa.
So you can see that soldier, his legs and his feet.
Nice one.
Yeah. Let's go. We got an ID tag. Marty, show us what you found. Well done. Great hit, it came out. Hans? Yeah. I'm going to scoot in right into there. Okay. Because I can't see anything, so the live stream could be rubbish. I would be sad to miss it. What unit?
Very rare weaknesses.
What unit?
I think it's infantry regiment 104. Right.
Can I see it? I'll cover the number. Can I cover the number?
Reconnaissance. Infantry reconnaissance.
So here we've got an identity. I've covered the number up, but it's from what seems to be a Reiterzug Infanterieregiment 184. So this seems the guy was issued this tag in a Wehrmacht unit, and I'll see if I can get the thing to focus. There we go. And I'm covering the Stamroll number, which is essentially the guy's identity. So what we're seeing is just the unit here. So I'm going to give it back down, and this guy's going to have a gravestone with a name. And just lastly, I want to show you on the top of these rings, you can see where it was around his neck, the wearing of it. So that's one identity today. Okay, done. It's definitely right, it's so.
Yes, I already removed them.
Victor's, right at Zug.
I think so.
Yeah, early recon stuff.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Right at Zug.
From Aufklärung sometimes.
Yeah, early Aufklärung. Yes, in this case, this soldier will be identified positively. His name and everything's fine. I mean, we'll be able to. That's another gravestone in the cemetery. Another soldier who's not missing anymore here. So a bit of history unfolded there. So we were just discussing what sort of unit, and of course with these sort of dog tags, they were issued even replacements and stuff, so there's nothing to say he could have been in another unit afterwards and still retained his other dog tag from his previous unit. That would have been entered in his SOLT book, in his dog tag, in the dog tag section. Let's clean it up a wee bit, yeah. I want to do a second live stream. So guys, our mission now is to get all this ground away, to expose all the soldiers. We're not going to remove them now, so the next time we find any more ones, we're just going to expose them. and I'll be back with another live stream today, which is day 4 of our expedition, which has been a very successful expedition. We've found already a lot of soldiers and a lot of information. I'll quickly look through the questions and then I'll cut this one. So to answer Brian Curtis, Brian, they'll be interned in the German cemetery. We know they're Germans already. They'll be handed over to the Volksbund and they'll be buried accordingly. If someone's found, if one of the family members are found and want to bring that soldier home, I'm sure they can make arrangements. That wouldn't be the first time. And thank you, Paul, for your kind comments. So guys, I'm going to leave it here, and we're going to expose all these soldiers. The second part of this vlog will be the removal of them. If anything's interesting, I'll be recording it anyway. So thanks for joining us, guys.